Hello everyone, I'm Dante and welcome to another This Week in Anthem. The VIP demo has been and gone, leaving with it a lot of mixed opinions, due to networking issues affecting the connection for everyone. Many unable to play for 1, 2 or even the whole weekend. But was it all bad? Let's take a look at the highs and lows from the demo and set up what we hope to see this coming weekend when the open demo kicks off. Let's start off with the lows. Even if you have not heard of Anthem before, you're probably fully aware of the issues. Server crashes, infinite loading screens, broken friend invites and lagging servers, making the game literally unplayable for pretty much everyone at least for the first few hours. Though most of these issues were resolved, at least partially, the most impactful stuck with us right until the server shut down. I've already made a video breaking down the reasons why it happened, what they're planning to do about it and the solutions, so I'm not just going to repeat myself. The loading issues, if not fixed, will leave a sour taste for many if not resolved, and I don't blame them. Anthem has gained a lot of negative press over the last few days, with a mixture of news outlets and content creators who up until this point have paid no notice to the game. This is amplified by the publisher being EA, one of, if not the most hated games publisher on the planet, although Activision and Bethesda are trying to take that title from them, meaning the pressure is on for BioWare. Even if the launch continues in this vein, they will likely lose many players before the live service can kick in, putting doubt into play when it comes to making another multiplayer title. Fortunately, they still have time. They've dealt with the heavy criticism well, one of the benefits of being veterans of the industry and having spent so much time nurturing their community. The other major gripe for many is something we all saw coming, the flight controls on PC. It's fair to say they aren't great and need some work. Though I was able to find some settings that made them feel better, as soon as you were put into tighter spaces, I couldn't help but feel like I was wrestling with them rather than enjoying them. In the wider areas with height, these became less of an issue, and javelins such as the Storm felt smoother, as they could take serious advantage of the space. If I was to improve the controls, I'd say they need to be more responsive, and the options clear as to how exactly they affect flight. Having options for precision and response just seems odd. Why would I want anything but the exact precision and the fastest response time? I might be missing something, but the concept of having your turn speed lag feels redundant. This only gets worse when you go underwater, with screen blur making it hard to determine any direction. Which brings me onto the last negative I have. The screen shake and knockback are too excessive. Only a minor gripe in the grand scheme of things, but having your screen bounce around to the point that it becomes hard to focus is really irritating, and can be unplayable for some, causing headaches and other symptoms if you suffer from motion sickness. Once you managed to play the game, however, there were many high points, showing the amazing gameplay currently buried under the networking issues. At its core, Anthem has an engaging and diverse combat system. Each javelin feels unique but viable, with the combinations of weapons and abilities completely changing up the playstyle even within javelin types, showing a huge amount of promise that has me genuinely excited to see how this is all going to function at the endgame, with the loot system working just how I was hoping it would, taking the Diablo 3 inspiration and running with it. On top of this, even in such a short time, the story was compelling and engaging enough to make me want to see more, revealing new characters who don't just disappear into the world but remain within the city, their stories continuing to progress outside of your main story arc, from barmen to other freelancers such as Lucky Jack, that add context to the world, insights into past events, current ones, and setting up clues for plot points down the line. And then we have the actual world. It looks stunning. I can already tell I'm going to be exploring in freeplay to uncover all the hidden secrets of Anthem, as they've carefully hidden tidbits of information, in unique places, buildings, or lost scrolls. As a result, I have a much better appreciation for the lore they've built. Everything has a meaning and a past to be uncovered. These are then all stored within your journal, which just in the beta got pretty big. And I'm going to be spending some time over the next few days breaking down some of the hidden and side stories you might have overlooked. And then we got the stronghold that we could play over and over. And yes, I found some unique bugs here, losing all sound and disappearing under the map for example, or having an entire run lost due to a loading screen error. But those issues aside, the content was reasonably challenging, incorporating mechanics that we've learnt from other missions and freeplay, topped off with a great boss fight. That at times was incredibly challenging, with one mistake from a party member creating tense moments to rescue them before being overwhelmed. When you take into account both sides, all of the negatives can be resolved, and apart from the networking issues, the rest should easily be fixed by launch. It's worth remembering this build was 6 to 7 weeks old at this point, including an updated keyboard and mouse setting, so maybe I'm complaining about nothing. I'm pretty convinced it's going to be hard to make most people happy with them. They take time to learn, and by the end of a few days, I found myself clearing much larger portions of the map than I'd been able to before. The core of this game is strong, so I've got hope for Anthem. Once people see the loot, experience the combat, and work together as a group to set up combos, choke points and defenses, I'm convinced they'll be impressed by what Bioware have achieved. And frankly, if you're into looter games, this is bar none the best experience available. Destiny doesn't even come close to the quality of writing, interesting characters, lore, loot, and ultimately the core gameplay loop. I'm still cautious, but I can't wait to jump into the full game. Thanks for watching this episode of This Week in Anthem. As always, I want to hear your thoughts on anything Anthem. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. You can subscribe to support the channel, and use the bell for notifications for content as it goes live. Until next time, I've been Dante, thanks for watching.